Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the Atak Sportz for this Monday, October the 5th, 2015. Yes, first Atak Sportz of the month of October. Can't even believe it is October. So here we are, here we go. Week 4 NFL results and my thoughts on the games that I did see. Will the 0-4, the soon to be 0-4 Lions. Yeah, they will be 0-4. They get their asses kicked by the Seahawks tonight. Even without Marshawn Lynch and having to be 0-1 and only being 1-2. Seattle still has enough weapons to kick the fuck out of the Lions and will make more people burn Stafford jerseys. I was walking around the stores today. I was going shopping. I saw Stafford jerseys. I'm like, I bet you be a lot of Stafford jerseys burning tonight. I heard they burned a lot of his jersey after the Broncos game last week. But he's not just to blame. The O-line is too. And defenses too. But if anyone's missing Sue, glad he's not on our team anymore. He kicked another guy in the head yesterday in the Dolphins' third consecutive loss against the Jets. Other games and highlights from yesterday's games. The Giants took on the Bills. The Battle of New York. With the Giants winning 24-10. Some highlights included Beckham Jr., even though it didn't count, he made another one-handed catch. Like the one he got last year during a big Sunday night game. I think it was against the Cowboys. I forgot who it was. So I didn't see that game. I think the game when he made that catch, it was a night of a wrestling pay-per-view. But Bills tried to fight back even when they scored a touchdown. I think it was like 10-17. And then the Giants' next drive, they scored. And that was it. Bills did nothing. The offense did nothing till like the third quarter. Their offense was almost as bad as the Lions. Meanwhile, we got a lot of 4-0 teams. The Packers keep their streak going by defeating San Francisco 49ers, causing more fans to not just burn Stafford jerseys, but burn Kaepernick's jerseys too. Because he looked rough last night. 3 points, 8 sacks, only 8 first downs, and the worst showing offensively for the Frisco 49ers since 1964. That's why I read from some stats. Sad that Frisco's getting their asses kicked this season. And Rodgers, Green Bay, man. They're 4-0, as well as Falcons are 4-0. They defeat the Texans. Bengals are 4-0. They won over the Chiefs 36-21. Panthers are 4-0. They beat the Buccaneers. It's easy, 37-23. Other games, Colts, even without Andrew Luck, defeated the Jaguars 16-13. Bears, at least we have one team in the NFC no longer 0-3. 1-2 Bears get their first win over the Raiders. That should be an easy win, even though Raiders were going for 4 straight, but they lost that game. The Thursday night game, we have to mention the Ravens defeated the Steelers. With Michael Vick still adjusting to being the backup QB for Mr. Roethlisberger. Ravens looked tough, and they beat them at home on Thursday night. Then, of course, the Sunday night game was the Dallas Cowboys against the New Orleans Saints. Speaking of backup quarterbacks, Brandon Whedon tried his best against the Saints, even tying it up in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is the craziest quarter. Like, they both scored in the first quarter, and then, like, Saints were going big. It was like 20-13, and then it was tied a couple times, like 13-13 in the third, and then they tied again 20-20 with the field goal kick from the Saints at the end of the fourth failing. So you had to go to the extra quarter. The overtime. With that great catch from great throw. Well, it's a short throw from Bree, 2nd down and 10, the first drive of overtime. And the only drive of overtime, as Drew threw it to a guy that ran like 80 yards for a touchdown, making it not just the shortest overtime ever, but that pass to that guy who made that touchdown was Drew Brees' 400th career touchdown pass. Not a bad way to celebrate that milestone, with that catch being the one that ended the game. And And Dallas Cowboys are now 2-2. They lost 2 in a row with backup quarterback Brandon Williams. It's going to be a long season for the Cowboys without Wilma if they can't keep it up. Of course, I mentioned the Dallas Cowboys, who they beat in the playoffs last year. The Lions are preparing to go 0-4 against Seattle Seahawks as they're getting one step closer to another 0-16 season because they suck this season. Tell me something we don't know. Anyway, let's get some happy news. UFC news. This past Saturday was another UFC pay-per-view. UFC 192. They got a big, huge loss leading into the event as the scheduled co-main event between Tyron Woodley and Johnny Hendricks was called off 24 hours before the event due to Johnny Hendricks having to go to the hospital for a kidney stone and other complications trying to cut weight. It's intestinal blockage during his weight cut. And a lot of people were pissed because that was a very anticipated fight. Because it would have been a big #1 contenders fight to see who would face the winner of the upcoming fight between Robbie Lawler and Carlos Condit. Compensation, though, Tyron Woodley, even though he was pissed off that he was screwed out of this opportunity just a day before the event. And another card that UFC had to change the card yet again because of injuries. That's why I don't like watching UFC anymore, because they change the shit so much because people get injured. You get hyped up about a match in like weeks before. Oh, it's canceled. Fuck you, fans. Anyway, Tyron gets some compensation. He automatically gets the next shot against the winner of Robbie Lawler and Condit. And I didn't see UFC 192. I was at again. Thank God I wasn't there, though. Heavy fight went unanimous decision in the main card. Starting with the bantamweight division, as Juliana Pena defeated Jessica I, unanimous decision, 3 rounds. Joseph Benavidez and Ali Beknatulov, the last-minute replacement for the co-main event. It was so late they had to add a prelim card to the main card. As Joseph Benavidez defeated Ali by unanimous decision. Ruslan Magomedov, Sean Johnson, he defeated him. Unanimous decision, that was heavyweight. The new co-main, Ryan Bader against Rashad Evans, who almost got physical at the weigh-ins. As Dolph Bader defeated Rashad in unanimous decision. And of course, the main event. Daniel Cormier made his first title defense after defeating Anthony Rumble Johnson for the vacated title. Took on Alexander Gustafsson. Split decision, with Cormier retaining his title. While Bonesy congratulated him on Twitter, hinting a comeback. Since Jones only got probation, he went to court recently and he only got probation for his hit and run. Might be back soon. I don't know how soon, we'll see. So anyway, that was UFC for you. Now we had another big pay-per-view last night. I didn't see this because I don't like paying for pay-per-views. I was watching the Dallas Cowboys game and New Orleans game in seconds was more exciting than TNA recently. I still watch TNA, but it's sucking now. Ring of Honor is better. I'm going to see Ring of Honor in a couple weeks in Kalamazoo. That should be awesome. Bound for Glory was last night in Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of the championship, every title was on the line and mostly retained. TV Uno defeated a bunch of people in the Ultimate X match, including Rockstar Spud and Andrew Everett and DJZ. We retained the title about that. Also, we had a Bound for Gold match with a bunch of guys like Mr. Anderson, Maccabi Mashir, Mohamed Lashera, Jesse Goddard, Al Snow was even in, Pope the Angel De Niro. Nice to see him finally being a match for once instead of being on commentating. But Tyrus won the match. I don't know what it meant, like Tyrus making a shot at a title. Who knows what that Bound for Gold was about. Or maybe like any title. Tag titles. The Wolves retained over Brian Myers and Trevor Lee from Global Force. They continued the Global Force invasion, even though they drove Jeff Jarrett out of the storyline after the legal lockdown. Also, King of the Mountain, speaking of titles named after Jeff Jarrett, it was defended as the Battle of the Bobbies. Bobby Lashley took on Bobby Roode, with Roode retaining the championship. It was a decent back and forth matchup. Then we had a Knockouts title match. Gail Kim taking on Awesome Kong. They've had many battles before, but unlike all of them, Gail Kim did defeat the beast that is Awesome Kong. We also had the Hall of Fame. TNA Hall of Fame inducted the referee Ho Hebner. And then the main event. Before that, we had Kurt Angle returning after his neck injury, taking on Eric Young. He could be retiring soon from wrestling, but he could still work for TNA. Who knows? There was a no DQ match, and Angle won revenge on Eric Young for injuring him earlier this year. So, Angle won. Then the main event, triple threat match. EC3 defending his title against Matt Hardy and Drew McIntyre, a.k.a. Drew Gallagher, with Jeff Hardy being a special guest referee. He's like the assistant for EC3. I don't do the reviews anymore for Impact because I don't watch it live anymore, but I have watched the Impacts. And this whole Jeff Hardy thing reminds me of the whole Brie Bella thing last year when she was the assistant for Nikki. Awkward, makes me want to change the channel. Or fast forward because I DVR it. Anyway, good news and bad news. Good news, EC3 is no longer champion. Yay! Bad news, he didn't get pinned. So he's going to have a qualm to get a rematch. He didn't get pinned. Drew Galloway got pinned, especially when Jeff Hardy smashed EC3 with a chair, which gave Matt Hardy the opportunity. That is cool to see Matt Hardy as TNA champion, and it was in Charlotte. Made sense. You know, the home state of the Hardys. He had Hardy's dad there. His wife was there, so it was a cool, and his child was there too. So it was a great moment for Matt Hardy to celebrate in the home state of North Carolina. So big night for the Hardys last night about for glory. Too bad TNA may be going down soon. So, because I think they're being canceled again by Destination America at the end of the year. 2 years and they lost 2 networks. First they lost Spike last year. They got this Destination America. The ratings are horrid. Now they're being dumped by Destination America. They're not dumping Ring of Honor yet. Please don't dump Ring of Honor. Because I love Ring of Honor there. Ring of Honor kicks TNA's ass. And more wrestling news. Besides Bound for Glory happening, we had another special live event for the WWE Network being from Madison Square Garden. We had one from Japan, Beast in the East. And comparing both cards, Beast in the East was better. It felt more special. There was more great matches on that card. Yet Neville and Jericho, awesome. Even the Divas match wasn't that bad. Finn Balor and Owens was the star of the card. But this card from MSG was like, it felt like watching Raw. Some of the matches, especially the first half, made you feel like these matches belonged on Raw. Especially the opener, tag team affair with Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler taking on Rusev and Sheamus. It was a good match to get the crowd going, but it was kind of a beatdown for the majority, especially with Dolph Ziggler isolating in the corner until Randy got the hot tag in for RKO. So it's just a generic tag team match that we could have seen on Raw. I know it was a house show, but make it feel special. Don't just tape a live event because you want to tape a live event. Tape a live event because there's special things to it. Besides seeing Brock Lesnar. Then you have a Divas match. The only good thing about this Divas match was, by the way, was another Raw rehash with Team Bella taking on Team BCB, despite all their problems. Paige is trying to brush the problems aside. But she blind tagged herself in after Charlotte was trying to get the finish. She almost had a figure 4, and then that's when Paige got the hot tag. A blind tag. And the coolest moment that could really enhance the storyline and really progress it is when Paige, after being isolated, tried to get the tag to Becky and Charlotte. They're like, fuck you, bitch! You stab us in the back, we're gonna stab yours. They just basically let Paige high and dry for a rack attack from Nikki. And the Team Bella won that match. Then we had Stardust and Neville. That was the second match, actually. Divas match was the third match. It felt like another rehash of the feud. They needed both separate from each other and progress without each other. They had an okay feud, now they get a feud with other people. Then, one of the many few highlights. Kevin Owens against Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship. We saw Jericho at Night of Champions and at the last WWE Live special event from Japan. And it was his 25th anniversary of his debut. Lance Storm was in the crowd. That was cool. And I wish this match had more time. But for what it was a great match. Probably one of the first really good things of the card after the first 3 matches. That really made this event feel kind of special for one little moment in the night. With Owens looking good as a heel. And getting another roll up in after block. Great sequences, great spots. The ending sequence was cool. Owens trying to set up for the Papa Power Bomb. Then Jericho did the hook. Kamana setting up for the walls of Jericho. Then a poke in the eye from Owens is how he won the title from right back, wake him in the eyes, rolled him up, got the pin and the win. Same ending with Jericho. Well, still a fun match though. Then tag team title match. The rematch between Dudley's and New Day. I think people were hoping for a title change. Unfortunately, the match was good, but the ending was exactly like Night of Champions. There's a carbon copy, move for move. Dudley Boys 3D. Xavier broke the count. Beatdown ensued. Ball out of table. Xavier went through a table. Same exact fucking ending as Night of Champions. Cop out is all I gotta say. I don't know they should. I even said this while I was watching it. Please let this match end clean. Because we had no clean ending at Night of Champions. But no. We had the same ending from Night of Champions. I know it's a house show, but come on. Be original with the fucking ending instead of copying the last one. But there's a Big Show. We were like grunting. We're like, these two again. It served its purpose. Brock Lesnar looking good against Big Show. The crowd was good during this card, especially during this match. Big Show, I'll give Big Show credit. He had some decent offense, though. He had a little fury before Lesnar gave him 5 suplexes and 2 F5s. Well, technically the 5th suplex and the F5, the second one was after the match. So it did what it did. It served its purpose. Make Lesnar look good for Hell in a Cell. It was, for a squash, it was entertaining. Like the match against Kofi, it was a squash, but entertaining. Then the biggest highlight of the card, John Cena against Seth Rollins in a steel cage match for the United States Championship for a TVPG cage match. This was good. This was the best match of the entire card. It probably one of the best matches they've had recently. Even better than the Champions. They had great chemistry in there, some great spots in there, using the cage as a weapon. It was just exciting. The crowd was really into it. And I had a sneaky feeling Kane would get involved. The Kane ending didn't really ruin the match, though. Because Mahomes was climbing out of the cage. Then it's when Kane's music hit. Because you saw Corporate Kane earlier in a backstage interview. And then we had Demon Kane come out. And Rollins was trying to climb out from the top. But instead of climbing down with Kane waiting for him, he tried for a frog splash off the top of the cage. And then he missed and Sting got the FU into victory. So at least Kane didn't get in the match physically until after the match, when he gave him a choke slam and a tombstone. So there you go. Kane involved didn't really win the match, like usual screwy endings, because he didn't get involved physically. Just his presence distracted Rollins. So there you go. That was my thoughts on the MSG card. Now it's time for War tonight from Boston. Top 5 questions that must be answered tonight. Question 5, will Brock Lesnar be there? After defeating the Big Show on the first stop of his Go to Hell tour, as they're calling it, there's rumors rumbling that Lesnar might be in Boston tonight to continue on his tours and prepares for his match against Taker at Hell in a Cell. So let's see if we do get a Lesnar appearance. Number 4, we will go down between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. Now, we saw them brawl last week. Their match, which was a good match, which ended in a double countout. And that great brawl at the end was pretty cool. One of the few highlights for last week's Raw. Because Raw last week was going into MSG special was just The only bright spot was that main event and the beatdown, the brawl after the match. Because I thought it was going to queue up for another match. Maybe this week, a street fight. No, even better. Hell in a Cell. So we got 2 matches in Hell in a Cell. Lesnar and Taker, and Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. Here's the problem. I hate when there's 2 gimmick matches in the same pay-per-view. Because they have the same problems. Kind of. When you have 2 matches in the same stipulation, one match is always greater than the other. Money in the Bank matches, when they used to have both briefcases for World title and WWE title, The World title, Money in the Bank was better. The WWE one sucked. It's like that. So, one's always better than the other. That's what's probably going to happen with this situation. 2 Hell in a Cell matches, one's going to be better. And if I was to pick the one that's better, I say Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt's going to be the better Hell in a Cell match than Taker and Lesnar. But both will be good, though. Especially taking Lesnar's matches at SummerSlam was better than Mania. Hopefully keep that momentum up at Hell in a Cell. 3. Who will accept John Cena's Open Challenge tonight? Since it is in Boston, his home state, Cena will do the U.S. Open Challenge again. He had a great match against Xavier before New Day got involved. And Heath Slater wants to get another shot at it. He hoped he was going to be the one to challenge it, but it wasn't him. Might be him tonight, unless something else distracts it. So will Heath Slater finally get a shot at the U.S. Champion Open Challenge? We shall see. Question number 2, any new matches be added? Now we have the 2 Hell in a Cell matches. And now we got a Divas title match. It's not a triple threat, as many people were reporting, involving Nikki, Paige, and Charlotte. It's just Nikki and Charlotte. Not Paige. Maybe Paige will get a one-on-one opportunity. But there's even rumors about adding Sasha to the mix. During the Divas match at the MSG, there was some We Want Sasha chants. I think one reason why we haven't seen Sasha, she's getting ready for a main event match against Bayley in 2 days at NXT TakeOver Respect, which I cannot wait for. So there you go. Maybe that's why we haven't seen Sasha lately. But they're hinting they might add her as a last minute thing. We'll see what they do with that. If it stays what I want or not between Nikki and Charlotte. And question number 1. Speaking of matches that need to be added for Hell in a Cell, what will go down the continuing saga between Seth Rollins and Kane? Especially after Kane chokeslam and tombstone Rollins last Saturday night at the WWE special from New York. You know Rollins will be steaming tonight. And Kane will be fired up too. Both sides of Kane. Both split personalities of Kane. That shows the book Abyss thing all over again. So we'll see what happens with those 2 tonight and see if the title match will get added or not tonight at War at 8/7 Central on USA Network. Be a lot of interesting tonight, flipping between the Wall and the Lions and Seahawks game. But I may stop watching after the 3rd quarter when it's 55-0. When Lions get stomped. Even with Marshawn Lynch, Seahawks are going to kill the Lions. Yeah, that's my chant for the Lions. Seattle's gonna kill you. Seattle's gonna kill you. It's sad enough for Michigan, but the Lions have sucked this season. They had a great season last season. False expectations for the Lions. One season they're good, the next season they suck. False expectations for you. That's it for my Attack Sportz. Very lengthy one. My longest Attack Sportz. So thanks for bearing with me through this because there was a lot of sports happening this week and that's why it's very lengthy this day. See you later on tonight for my wall review. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the sports news from Zach. See you later. Yeah.